So we see Jesse and we see Stinky Pete. He is still Stinky Pete on this pod.
Nah,
Similar
100%.
to Spike Lee with Lydia in that first season of Good Earners.
Livia.
That was a funny joke.
That
But
nigga Mo corrected me every time.
I
yeah, 'cause
remember
I didn't know.
that
I was
was
like,
funny
is this man
shit.
serious? Like, I was like,
And that's when y'all hit the.
Mo
That's when
was
y'all
so
hit that.
disgusted.
well, because I
But
was like, bro, we are the first black podcast talking about Sopranos, and you're butchering the name, bro.
but that's
Shit.
when y'all hit that. Y'all hit that moment because Spike did it, and it was so unintentional. Y'all hit that moment where people would talk to the phones or talk to the speakers. Like I'll count
Mhm.
myself. Like, yo, it's Livia. It's Livia. Why you keep calling her Lydia? Yeah, even I was doing that. So it almost was like a running joke within the show when it started, man. Because Mo would definitely be on it every time. Like, hey, brother,
Every
and
time.
he let you finish your sentence too.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, gotta
Facts.
gotta have manners. Mom raised me right, but
That's
this scene you see, he's out there waiting, and in the midst of Jesse waiting for Stinky Pete, he's looking at this spider, and he knows it's a spider,
It's a beetle.
and
that's a
it's a
beetle.
beetle. Okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
beetle.
Y'all really some outside niggas, man. Shout out to y'all.
I mean, it's just,
Uh,
beetles have a very distinct. You ever watch
Yeah.
Beetleborgs?
okay, all right, I get
Yeah.
that, but. The only thing that I really wanted to bring up is, of course, like Stinky Pete bringing up about he got the address, he got the drop on the crackheads that robbed him the last episode. But what I found interesting, and I made the connection, this is a cold open, but it's in real time, and I think it's a symbolization because when you see the beetle, Stinky Pete steps on the beetle versus Jesse kind of, I ain't gonna say befriends the beetle, but shows the beetle grace, and that shows you the difference in their heart, and that ties into later when he's dealing with what he's dealing with the crackheads in the episode. It's like if you see something as an enemy, get rid of it immediately, because if you don't, you never know when to come back to bite you in the ass. And I think this was like a great foreshadowing to show you the difference between the two later in the scene. So that's what I gathered. It didn't make sense at first, but when I watched the whole episode, I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, this
I was
it makes sense though because I don't know if you're aware of this, Mo. This is the episode where people in the Breaking Bad lore talk about. Okay, this is when Jesse became the moral compass of the show. They always
Okay.
point to this episode, and moments like what you just explained are a good reason why. Like Jesse's taking care for this beetle, he sees it. We see it with Chucky Finster later in the episode, the way he looks after him and stuff like that. So
Nice.
he does things that the average person doesn't care about. You see Stinky Pete just put up and like, damn bitch, and just steps on the bug for
Straight
no
up.
reason. Like you don't even have to. You don't even have to, bro. Like it's not bothering anybody, but that's just what you do. And it's a callback to last episode when Hank was talking about cockroaches, right?
Mhm.
Stepping on cockroaches and things of that nature. It's that whole how does this is when TV started to become prestige and elite when people just let people be themselves. You know, your Tony Sopranos and stuff like that. We're gonna write you as you are, and we'll let the audience decide if you're good or bad.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. Like, is Jesse good or bad? He sells drugs. He takes drugs. He does all this other shit, but still, some way, he's the moral compass and the heartbeat for the show.
Mhm.
So, letting the audience be smart enough to figure all that shit out, I think, was brilliant. So, I agree 100% with you.
Yeah, I'm of the same thought that you guys like there was a representation of Jesse just being different from the world that was around him and then getting squished by the world that is around him eventually throughout this series. I think it was a good foreshadowing as far as just how Jesse's experience is going to be throughout this show.
Mhm.
And like no one really did for him what he was doing for that book.
Mm.
So
100%. Damn, that's a great one. That's a great one.
And it made me think. Of course, we correlate a lot to Good Earners, or The Sopranos. But like you said, letting us decide who the character is. It reminded me of Joey Pants playing Ralph Cifaretto, where he said he played it like he didn't kill Pyomai.
Mhm.
And they never confirmed nor denied in the writing room, what it was. And so I like the idea of interpretation from the actor. You know what I mean? Like I like the idea that they could see the script and they're playing it as they see it, but they're kind of building their own interpretation of how do they view this character that they're playing. And it makes you curious to like think about what is it? Was it Aaron Paul? Is that his name?
Yeah,
Yep.
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul, what was he thinking for the most part of Jesse? Was he thinking he's a good guy that got, just kind of got corrupted or got caught on the wrong thing, or was he, what I mean? I'm just curious about it. So yeah, y'all make some
No,
good.
I got you. It's funny because a guy named Paul Aaron wrote the latest Culture Garden drop, In Too Deep. Um, so that always makes me laugh. But before we move on, what you just said, even about Ralph Cifaretto or Joey Pants playing them, that's one of the things where you separate a show by actors who can have that depth and that range.
Mhm.
Not a lot of some actors just look at a character on the page and as they've written them, and that's a character. Other actors, excuse me, go a little bit further. So him taking it on his own interpretation. Michael B. Jordan was just recently talking to Matt Damon about how he prepared for the twins and Sinners and like kind of the backstory. Even some of the stuff he did, like wearing a half size too big, half size too small when it comes to the shoes, depending on which brother. There's also it just lost me. There's a clip of someone talking about their acting methods, and I can't remember what I was about to say. Either way,
Mhm.
I always find that very fascinating. It's gonna come to me mid-show when I'm gonna
Yeah.
randomly blurt it out. But yeah, it always fascinates me. So interesting seeing Stinky Pete walking up talking about, yeah, they need to get got. I'm like, motherfucker, you the one that you robbed. You need to get them. Niggas
Well,
always gonna do something if they wasn't on probation. If they wasn't on papers, they would.
do y'all tell Stinky Pete to handle it?
Hell
Yes.
Ah.
that shit wouldn't get done. I don't trust Stinky
He ain't
Pete to do
gotta.
shit.
No, he don't gotta go rob them. He just gotta give me my money back. I don't care if you need some extra work to go sell. Like, you need to give me my money back. I ain't saying that you got to go rob him, but you need to get my money back.
Mm.
I just remember what it was. It was Jack Nicholson. Speaking of Matt Damon again, Matt Damon was talking about the story about Jack Nicholson and The Departed, and just how he took one simple scene and he added like 10 different layers to it. He said the scene is good here, but we could do this too, and then we could stop there, but we also do this, and we can stop there and it'd be good, but we can add this too. And he just kept adding and adding, and it was just brilliant to see how somebody's mind work of we can take this one simple thing and take it all the way somewhere further, and some of the stuff even made the movie. So I have to send that to
I
you.
love that. Send
I
that.
have to send it to you
I love
afterwards.
stuff
But
like that.
it's fascinating. It's fascinating, man. Yeah, let's get into the show. Welcome back to a new episode of No More Half Measures, a Breaking Bad podcast. Flying along through these episodes, fellas.
Man.
I'm your host, Rich, joined by the world class Maurice Hunt III and the legend Spike Lee. Brothers, how y'all feeling?
Go tell him, Rick. Go tell him.
Nah, man, nah.
Go tell him.
Let it slide, man.
All right.
Let it slide, man. Let it slide. Rock, let it rock.
All right.
As you say, let it rock.
I'll let it rock. All right. I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good.
That's good, man. Good to hear it. Good to hear it, man. I'm happy to hear everybody's back with us for another week. Please remember to like, subscribe, share. We really appreciate y'all tuning in, joining us for each and every episode as we go scene by scene on Breaking Bad. We are on YouTube. If you want to reach out to us on Instagram, our handle is NMHM _ Breaking Bad Pod. Once again, that's NMHM for No More Half Measures _ Breaking Bad Pod. And you can also email us at No More Half Measures Pod at gmail.com. We mention that because we do like to read emails on the episodes, and we're going to go ahead and get into that right now. As you all know, of course, we're going to hear from our guy Acid Jax, the unofficial fourth member of Breaking Bad, No More Half Measures. But I believe we have a YouTube comment from our guy Kiori. Speaking of Acid Jax, he mentions Acid Jax about to be the one who gets this channel taken down.
Get your channel taken down is hilarious, dude.
He was like, God damn, that Walt Jr. diss was 50 Cent level rude. Y'all definitely need a conversation in the kitchen with them for a full-on ignorant show. Yeah, if we can have a conversation in the kitchen with Acid Jax, that really might take us down, man.
See, but you know what? It's like I like the lure of like not knowing. I don't know if he's black or white. I don't know what he looks like. I think the lure of who
I was
has
thinking the same thing.
Jackson's so perfect. Like I would love to have him, but it'll break. It's like when you find out
that fourth wall.
the actor is British. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
Like seeing what was that nigga on who's the snitch? Who the federal informant? What's his name? Tim Allen?
Tim Allen.
Yeah, it was like the dude on what was Home Improvement, the dude over the fence. It's almost like if you saw his face, he'd be like, damn.
Oh, exactly. There's a lure.
Like. Yeah, man, shout out not shout out, but yeah, Tim Allen for those who didn't know, he's definitely a fed. Yeah, drug mule that snitched because he got caught up. They gave him a TV show. They gave him a TV show, y'all. That's all I'm saying.
And a Christmas.
They gave him
series.
several TV shows.
Several TV shows. He played Santa Claus.
He's in Toy Story.
Yeah, man. Let one of us do that. All right. Speaking of Toy Story, I think we just talked about that last week. But of course, we got Acid Jax with another email titled "Insane in the Breakage." Fellas, we're talking breakage. But I won't write off another cracking episode by our three master chefs. Before I begin, pour one out for our fallen homie, Michelle. She who walks so that morons like me may run. Nuts to you, my dear. Yes, it's another long one. Hold your nose and dive in. First up, Spike giving Jane the MVP. I feel you, and I love Jane almost as much as Mary Jane. And she was definitely in her bag this episode. But letting Jesse into her lifelong term pulls the half measure. Damn, Jane. Whatever happened there? I get choked up just thinking about it.
Whatever happened there? Whatever happened there?
Speaking of sad, Maurice saying he has to work his way to cool. Shake my damn head. Hey, Mo funny as hell, man. Mo said he was almost cool. He almost was cool.
I was almost there.
I naturally come from a lame background, had me in tears, and Spike falling off his chair. Man's chuckling uncontrollably while telling us this was the saddest Mo story ever on another week of the books. He said, y'all ain't shit. Hey, hold on. Y'all can't see this, though. Y'all can't see this. Oh, my God. This man took a picture of Franklin talking to his mama. The one we always reference about she on rock now. He took a picture of it and put the caption on it. He on almost cool now.
He on almost cool now. I like it.
Oh man, Spike Lou, aka Spike LOL. So we know Skylar ain't the moral compass of the show. It's funny because we just talked about that in the cold open. At this point in the series, I hand that honor to Jesse. But Maurice Hunt III is definitely the moral compass of no more half measures. Yes, Mo. Fake bald-headed regrow if he wants. Pretzels baked with a peanut butter Ziploc bag snacking motherfucker. Mo. I won't hold you. I fuck with Mo's occasionally elastic man deep stretch. Only
what is this? What are you talking about?
We talking about cause you tried to stretch your arms.
That moment.
Something about the box, yeah.
Oh, the elevator thing. Like, yeah, all right, yeah. All right.
Acid Jack goes on to say, only surpassed by the pleasure received from Spike and Rich, not sleeping on a single fucking opportunity to kick the shit out of one of his hot takes. Timeout. Like Skylar Siggs, Mo might have chucked that comment in the toilet. But in the truth, he was circling the rim, pause. As anyone that's experienced major anxiety knows how building lifts can trigger acute claustrophobic panic attacks. The feeling of being boxed in takes on a trapped in a coffin style urgency. Trust me, I'm not alone saying Mo wasn't digging too far from the truth on this one.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Thank you.
But he continues. Still, I cannot lie. The box in a box in a box, the box ass whooping had me weak. Staying with the theme of digging, this week Rich digs even deeper into his Heisenberg bag. Skylar out here selling Beanie Babies. Yo, fuck her. Rough. Yeah, I did say that. I need my sister back. Fuck y'all. Egregious.
Hey, I'm a Rich fan. Where you get your douchebag, like I love it. Man. It's so good.
I talked to Walt the way Walt talked to Jesse, then smacked the shit out of him. Maron, don't get me started on the crackheads with a pocket knife and snickering while telling Mo he can pull off the cowboy hat bolo tie combo. Shit was straight up scandalous. I ain't think nobody heard me mention the bolo tie. Acid Jackson's paying attention.
Yeah, he locked in.
Yeah, I definitely tried to slide that in. That was scandalous. Damn, I was out of pocket. You ever read comments? Y'all know that meme from Civil War, the Avengers Civil War, when
Which
they
one?
looking around the room, they show the video and everybody looking at the room of each other.
Oh
Sometimes
yeah,
that's how I
yeah.
feel reading some of the shit I said. Like, damn, I said that. I said that shit. Damn.
It's like yeah. I was like, oh damn.
All right. Sidebar. Hank's homemade beer. Normally I say, why you gotta belittle his hobby, Janice? But I'd be lying if I said his disgustingly small hat does not irk every inch of my soul. I told y'all about that hat.
You did.
On the topic of wild reaches and dumb hobbies, I'm developing a hot take that might be as wobbly as its subject, Walt Jr. Come
Walt
on,
Jr.
man. Oh shit, here it is. Walt Jr., aka Flynn, is actually the mastermind kingpin of this entire Breaking Bad situation, and he broke bad before every other character. Facts. A, we know his body is broken bad. Oh my goodness, this is going bad. I could stop there, but fuck it, I'm gonna keep going. He goes out of his he goes out of his way slowly to make Walter hot by always giving attention to Hank over his own dad. He manipulates Hank into taking him into the hourly rate hooker hotel. He frustrates Walt in the car lesson with his goofy ass Daniel Day-Lewis. My left foot. I'm not even.
There's a lot of things I can say right now. I'm not gonna say.
Hey, he's saying some banned words that I can't say because he really will get us taken down. But it's a reference to Tropic Thunder and the message that Robert Downey Jr.'s character had for Ben Stiller's character. You never go full.
Oh, you never go
the
full.
rest.
All right.
Yeah. Telling Walt to why don't you just die already? That was nasty.
It was.
Bonus points. Changing his name just to send Walt over the edge. When you think Walt had it up with 16 goddamn years of this shit, there isn't a more convincing theory for why Walter White had broken bad from the start. Lastly, Vince Gilligan making Walt Jr. walk like a full-grown fucking theater puppet symbolizes Flynn is really pulling the string. Huh? I know, it's a wild reach and I may not have a leg to stand on, but hey, neither does Flynn. So, jokes and silly theories aside,
Why?
the episode,
Oh,
hey, man,
God.
jokes
You
and
gotta do
silly
creative
theories.
writing.
Yeah.
He has
Got
to.
man. Jokes and silly theories aside, the episode dealt with breakage both literally and economically. But I think it's worth mentioning every character in this show has breakage at some point. As we've already seen and as we see more of soon, the collateral cost is higher for some, while others just aren't willing to account the breakages at all. Examples. Jesse's breakage is basically anyone close to him. For Skylers is to keep pushing Walt's lies, the breakage is tied. Excuse me, it's Ted. We've seen breakages from Hank and Marie, and some might say Walt's breakage is his soul. But since we think he was always broken bad, I'm more inclined to say Walter White's collateral cost of doing business is his own family. Note to self, let's revisit this at the end of the season. All right, we will definitely put a pin in this. Anyway, before I go, honorable mentions out to the Timu Barksdale crew, aka the Three Methketeers, aka Skinny Pete, Badger and Combo, aka look at this fucking lineup. Add Jackie Jr. to the gang if you got an absolute nightmare blunt rotation. That's a fact.
Like
Super fact.
That's a super fact, man. So that wraps my chemical reactions for the week. As always, apologies to the listeners that have to endure. I didn't mean to send such a long email. Perhaps I wrote it in a fugue state. Peace. Ant, aka Tony C, aka Acid Jax, aka the one who writes. P.S. Shout out to Toy Story. Heard a great joke the other day. What's the difference between Woody? What's the difference between Woody from Toy Story and Donald Trump?
Uh-oh.
Come on, man.
Maybe he's a comedian.
Woody goes limp when a kid walks in the room.
Whoa. Goodness. He's determined to get us flagged, bro. He's flagging, getting us flagged, boy.
That's a Jax, man.
The one who
Appreciate
writes.
you.
I like it. The one who
One
writes.
who writes, man. Oh shit.
Jeez.
Where do you even go from there? All right, I guess we gotta get into the episode. There will be
No more
spoilers
comments.
and explicit Nah, man, that's it.
Oh,
He
jeez.
said what? Even if there were.
Nobody else is writing in after that. When they see how good he writes, they probably like, I'm just gonna leave it in.
Oh shit, man. There
Damn.
will be spoilers and explicit content. Today's episode, we're talking about season 2, episode 6. Peekaboo. I just put them boogers in my chain.
Peekaboo.
80 pointers like a 40 game. Hey man, let's get it, man. Come on, Mo. That's your favorite song, isn't it?
What is that?
What they talking about? They talking about nothing. Premiere April 12th,
Exactly.
2009. I walked into that one. Directed by Peter Medak, written by Jay Roberts and Vince Gilligan, and Breaking Bad, as you know, is streaming on Netflix. If you were trying to watch, if you don't have Netflix, Mo's password is no.
Peekaboo.
All right. Spike Lou.
Double back.
Yep. Do we have a synopsis?
We have a synopsis, Rich, and it goes: Jesse hypes himself up to get his bread back from those smokers, but instead he finds a kid inside the house. We'll see how that plays. Skylar has to tell Gretchen, thank you. And that leads to a larger problem for Walt in lunch with Gretchen. Walt is back in the classroom, but there are some concerns. They want to make sure he doesn't go into a fugue state in the classroom. And Jesse spends the rest of the fucking episode fighting and negotiating with junkies. This is season 2, episode 6, entitled Peekaboo.
When you talk about a definition of wouldn't let that shit happen to me though, none of the shit Jesse got himself into this episode would ever. I just refuse to believe that could happen to me. Like, and I like to leave room for error. I'm not above anything, but that's not happening to me.
This episode,
Too
I
assertive
forgot.
and too aware.
I don't want to blow the rating that I'm gonna give for it, but this was with the fly. When I was watching this, this is one of the first most difficult watches.
We're definitely gonna talk about it because
I have
we'll
thoughts.
talk about it as we go on. Let's get into it. So right after the cold open, we have Jesse on the porch of a rundown, graffitied home. I mentioned early in this series about just Jesse's home and his fridge and just the way it looked. This one by far has a beat. He knocks on the door with his gun and is practicing his lines like Luca Brasi in part 1. The mailman pulls up and Jesse is shook, hides his gun, does all the small talk shit. We see him break a window in the house, and the house is filthy. Like, it was so filthy in real life. Even after they cleaned it, the cast and crew still had to wear like protective gear because that's how nasty that house was that they used to film. But this house was disgusting. They had prosthetic legs in there. I don't even know what the fuck was going on. But it appears no one's home. Jesse's rummaging through things when all of a sudden, I mentioned it early, Chucky Finster from Rugrats comes out of the back room and just hops on the couch. First of all, one of the first signs, when a kid ain't like nervous around a stranger, I know you lived a fucked up life already. Like, I feel bad for you, kid. Like, you just pop this motherfucker just in your house. Yeah, he's mute, not talking. There's only one TV station that's selling knives. The kid's, poor kid for real. Like, it is fucked up. And Jesse tries to get information from him, and the kid just says he's hungry. He did talk. He said he was hungry. And that's where we kind of leave things. Jesse's in this house, no spooge or his lady to be found, and all of a sudden you see this random kid come out. What are we thinking right now, fellas, as we watching this?
Same thing you just said. It wouldn't happen to me though. Like that, there's no world where I'm going in there and waiting around, looking, sitting on the couch. Like, even I would have like my skin would have been crawling as soon as I walked in there from being in that filthy, rummaged house. And if you got to practice like that on the porch with the gun, where's my like, bro? Just give it up, man. Figure another way out, bro. This ain't the role for you, my guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was very hard to believe.
I'd rather wait outside, see them go in and ambush them on the way in. Like,
Facts.
Force them in the house on something like, yeah, everybody get down, run it.
Yeah.
Mo?
Yeah, it's for me, it's just crazy work. That's how you just know Jesse's just used to being in filth because he's just not really wavered by any of this. Like, you're sitting on the couch, just kind of pondering, like, bro, I'm not sitting on your dirty ass couch. Like, he's picking up stuff like inhalers. I'm not touching anything, bro. My skin was crawling looking at this, bro.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it was crazy. It was complete craziness.
And I'm one of those people, I can't hide that shit. If I'm somewhere and that shit nasty, you're going to see it on my face. Like, it's going to be, I'm going to have that look of disgust. Like,
you want something to drink? Nope.
No, I don't want shit. Matter of fact, I don't even want to be here.
I can wait outside.
I can wait outside. It's all good. That shit, You know, out live how you live. That ain't got nothing to do with me, but I'll definitely tell you. Hold on, man. What you got going on? I'm saying,
You got to be careful too because you know he could have got Omar for real.
You talking about when Omar
Getting some
a
pack of
kid?
cigarettes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he could have.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Jesse's not equipped for this. He's not built for this life.
What you mean by Omar? What that mean?
it's like you're
It's a
taking it.
spoiler.
You take this
He think
you take this kid
doing,
for granted,
he
and he
doing
could.
the
You know,
stretch Armstrong thing again.
Wow.
He
Oh,
reaching again. You
never
know.
mind.
that ain't no reach though. This kid, like you said, he not accustomed to. He's not tripping about a stranger. It's like, bro, I don't know this kid. Like, I don't know this kid, bro. He could, you know, who knows what he could do. You know what I mean? But playing the game,
That's
stab
fair.
you,
Nah, all right.
stab you on your side, playing it like not even. He could have been a part of the scam later. Who knows? That's a debatable moment when he's doing the peekaboo like thing, and then next thing you know, he get clocked. Who knows?
Man, I'd have left there and called the police, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
I'd have left there and called the police on them people, bro. This a kid here in this field. This nigga look like he ain't had a bath, and Lord knows how long. I can't tell if he black or white. Like, man, come get this little boy.
Yeah,
man.
it
On
is.
some real
It
shit,
is sad too.
It is, man. They get a little snot nose and all that.
Yeah.
That is,
Like,
yeah. I would have.
drawers on.
I
Nigga
thought
legs
about
was black
that.
as fuck.
I thought about that while watching it. Like, bro, that's an immediate like. Because what am I really gonna get from these two?
Yeah, if it's a little boy in here like that, like my little tooth, like that. As soon as I seen that house, the reason that I would have left, just not even on no nasty shit, but I'm like, if they living like this, I know my $2,000 ain't in here, and I know they done smoked up all the dope.
Yeah.
Like if they hadn't smoked up all the dope, they'd be in here. Hi.
I just
The
think
only reason that they not in here because they done smoked up all the dope and they looking for more dope.
I guess I'll speak to it later, like a little bit more about maybe some precautious steps, the things that how he could have went about it differently. But I'll save it for once we get to that part of the episode.
Okay. All right, bet. Transitioning to the next scene, we go to the White House, and Maria's leaving a message on the voicemail. I know you.
That give me every time, bro.
We're with the White family. Maria's leaving a message on the voice machine. We learn that it's Walt's first day back at the job, so big day for Walt. And then there's a message from Gretchen Schwartz, and Skylar calls her back. You know, Gretchen pushing the Bentley. That's how you know you poor. You poor rich people. You driving your own Bentley. Ugh, disgusting, disgusting. How dare you drive your own Bentley? You know what I mean? Get your own driver. But you see the buildup of
To be
Walt's
fair though,
secret.
that is the coupe though. That is the coupe.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, okay.
My ass, nigga, I ain't got no right to talk about anybody driving a Bentley.
Well,
that was a joke.
I was I'm missing the joke.
Me.
I was like, what I
Yeah, no. That was definitely
the with the big one. You ain't supposed to drive yourself.
Yeah, the coupe was supposed to drive.
okay.
I was being facetious. Look at Spike high class ass, man. Yeah, you know. Spike was reading. First thing Spike read in his life was a Rob report.
Right. Spike was the one that actually told us about the duck in the Jeeps. Like, I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I like, man, he be on that type of luxury.
Ducking.
No, man, he's a culture man. He's a culture man.
Very cultured.
But yeah, it's a joke, y'all. Skylar got hella bread. I mean, not Skylar, but Gretchen got hella bread. Like, she can drive whatever Bentley she wants to. That might be her fucking Tuesday Bentley for all we know.
Maybe so.
But she pushing a Bentley. You see the build up, and that's what I love about this scene. You see the build up of Walt's secret potentially getting exposed. So you see the look on Gretchen's face, and it immediately shifts to, all right, how Gretchen gonna play this? She gonna keep it G, or is she gonna say something? Is she gonna accidentally let the cat out the bag? And you knew it was something when Skylar had mentioned, because Skylar's sitting here thanking her, and Gretchen ain't saying shit, which had to be awkward. Skylar picked up on it, and she also says, hey, you know, anytime you and Elliot around, y'all more than welcome to slide through. And Gretchen said, shit, how about this afternoon? And that's when you knew, like, ooh, this could turn into some shit. What are y'all thoughts while you watching this scene and you see Gretchen calling and potentially outing Walt?
Is it more messy or less messy not to say nothing? I feel like it's more messy. Yeah, I feel like it's more messy to be like, oh, I can pull up this afternoon. Because if you picking the drift up, if you Gretchen and you really like, man, whatever, like I ain't trying to get any folk business. You're gonna be like, all right, yeah, cool. We'll hit you up. We'll try to figure out dinner. But she was so nosy that she was like, shit, I'm in the neighborhood since you say it. And they was trying to play that like that wasn't the messy part. That was messy as fuck.
Yeah, her going in the first place, and which I guess I understand it. I understand the curiosity of what the fuck, especially when you know that Walt's cell phone is off. I can't get in touch with him away. If Walt's cell phone was on, I think she would just played it and called Walt like, "Yo, I just got the phone with your wife. What's she talking about?" And it would have been like that. But since she couldn't get in touch, she pulled up. Now I would have been hot if I pulled up
If
to
he
the
was who?
crib and if I'm Walt and I'll get to the crib
Oh,
and I see.
yeah.
But
Did
you
it.
also don't know that they talked either. You don't know that they spoke. It could have been a random drop by. But the reason I said it's more messy if she does say something is because you're not part of our day to day life. Like this
Yeah,
doesn't
this ain't
really
got really nothing
concern.
to do with you. Like it ain't even in your world. Like you can leave this alone. You can just
Yeah.
let the lie live and like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. Whatever him and his wife got going on, that's on them.
We'll talk about this more once we get to the scene with Gretchen and Walt,
Okay.
because that's when all this comes to a head. I want to get y'all opinion on a couple of things and how y'all would have played this. But Mo, do you have any thoughts on the scene of Skylar trying to thank her for the money and Gretchen just saying, you know what, I am free. Matter of fact, I'll pull up on y'all this afternoon.
I just got this feeling that like this is something Gretchen has done. There's just these little flirtatious crumbs that has always existed. Obviously, we'll get more revealing later in the episode, but I feel like because her calling was just on some like real casual and real lofty. Like I don't know, it's just her, the way she was going about it. It was like I don't know. I just felt something, and then like when we get later into it, when Walt sees her, it's this like overly touchy feely vibe. It's this kind of it's some. I mean, obviously, there's a history there, but like I don't know. It just felt weird to me, like calling, checking in the sense like. I guess I don't know how tight y'all are for real. You know what I mean? So it just felt like it's still some underlying like she really still won't Walt. That's the way I've always viewed it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think there's once again that's something we can talk about when we get to that scene between the two of them, because maybe Walt was right. Maybe it is some of her guilt with how things went down. That's why she's calling. Maybe you're right. Maybe she does still want Walt. I never thought about that. We can talk about it further, but interesting to think about. And obviously, we go to our next scene where Walt is back in class. He's putting the students to sleep once again, talking about carbon in a very uninteresting way. But he does happen to tell a story about Dr. H. Tracy Hall, the first person to make synthetic diamonds, and how General Electric made a fortune off of his talent and his information. So much so that they awarded him with a $10 U.S. saving bond. And Walt takes a pause. You can tell this story really pisses him off, and it makes us think of that Gray Matter episode when we find out that Walt was cut out of the company. And this is one of those things, almost like the cold opens with the black and white. It's one of those things where we just get pieces of the story as the series goes along of what really happened between Walt and Gretchen and Elliot. And how are y'all still somewhat cool, but y'all not? And you got kicked out the company. Like, what's really the story? So we get a little bit of that. We see assistant principal Carmen drops into class to listen, and she also sticks around. And she's asked if he's feeling good, lets him know that, if you want to talk in confidence about anything, I'm here. Was she getting at the Fugue State missing posters? Did she know these posters were going around the school? Or was there something else she was concerned about when she told Walter, like, you can talk to me about anything, get in confidence? What was she getting to?
I think that's because right after that they played the scene with him saying, thing on the windshield with Flynn. So I think that's what it was. Like people had been talking around school and they were trying to relay that through her that everybody knows about the incident. So if you're feeling like not yourself, come say something. That's what I got from it.
I'd have rather she just said that if I was Walt. Don't do that dance around shit. Like, what are you talking about? Because so much Walt got so much shit in his life, he probably done forgot about it, low-key.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So, oh shit, I forgot this. Because I did as a viewer. I'm like, oh, this is Walt's first day back. They probably been waiting to get this.
No, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And it's a thing too where it's the lie exists. It's happened, but and you and Jesse know you were very conscientious of that decision. Like you were very aware. But the lie is still living, and now what it does is it reverts Walt back to being taken unserious. Like to the point, like now they clowning you, kid. Like you back at the car wash mentally. Like you're back there again. So you see that story and then you see her doing this. And his reaction is similar to when he was talking to Elliot. Like it was almost the same reaction where it's like you think everything's all good until they kind of allude to something. And of course, it don't take much for Walt to figure out he's normally the smartest person in the room. Where she's like, if anything, and he knew right away. And it obviously could be a rumor, or it could be Skylar, like could have, talked to him like, hey, just be on the lookout for this, like Skylar does. But because at first you're thinking it's a weird thing. It's like, she trying to flirt with dude? Like, what's going on? Like, why is she looking so intimately at him like this?
Yeah, I like the head, that look, the bald head works for you. I'm like, hold on, what's Carmen got going on?
Hey, man, you better chill out.
I think she's just super nice. I think she cares for Walt. She thinks Walt's a good guy, and I think she looks at Walt. I think it's a good interpretation of this is how normal people look at Walt.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy. Like, we'll be nice to you, Walt. We know you. We know you mean well. We know people pick on you, and Walt's sick of that shit.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it fun.
Exactly, which makes the lesson just perfect for this. This whole thing, and this is where, again, we keep having these moments like, how did you end up back in this, right? With everything that happened with Crazy 8 and his cousin, and burying the bodies and all that, and then Tuco. You think, how did you get back into it? It's moments like these. So,
yeah, understood. We get back into the episode as we go to Walt and Flynn leaving school. And as I mentioned, we just got finished. Or Spike, did you have any comments about the conversation with assistant principal? Did you want to mention anything about what she said to Walt,
No, I
the
think
whole interaction?
pretty much to what Mo said, but both of you guys said it, and to Mo's end pointed, like, how did you get back to this? You had a chance to live a regular life, bro. You kept coloring outside the line. So
He got another one later on in this episode. We'll talk about it. It's fucking egregious, honestly. Walt and Flynn are leaving school, and someone leaves one of the missing posters on Walt Jr. or excuse me, on Walt's car, making fun of him. Walt Jr. says he wants to see it. Let me see it. My first thought, I ain't gonna hold y'all. My first thought, if I was Walt, what the fuck you gonna do about it?
yeah, like, what you gonna do, man?
Like, what the fuck
See
you
it
gonna
for
do
what?
about it? Yeah, see it for what? So you can get mad and stomp your. Oh damn! I didn't even mean. I swear I didn't even mean to do that. I didn't even mean to do that when I said stomp your feet. But get that's a Jackson that started me out. I promise that wouldn't even. That's one of those,
now you meant that.
No,
And he was looking around too, like, and he was looking around like, nigga, run up. Where y'all at?
Yeah,
he really was though. But hey, maybe he would have swung though. Maybe he would have leaned on the car, swung, and hit him with it. You know what I mean? Hit him with the pole for real.
They should have put that. Yeah, they should have tried that.
They should have.
That would have been all right. That would have been all right.
I would have loved to see that play out.
My junior would have got stomped out.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, what did y'all think about this scene with Walt Jr. and Flynn? It's a short scene. Any comment on it? Them just finding the missing posters and knowing Walt.
Just me as a parent. Like, bro, like, you asked me, let me see it, and I'm like, basically, like, I'm waving it off. Don't ask me again. Period. Like, he had me hot. Just like, let me see it. Like, bro, who you talking to?
He wanted to defend his dad's honor, man. That's his name. That's his name too.
I defend these nuts, bro.
I'm Walter.
I got it, bro. Now you Walter now. All right. That's why he changed his name, because people drawing pictures of you and putting it on your car. Hey, that's why I'm Flynn now.
They should have said
I ain't.
This show would have been a lot more grittier if Walt had been like, and what are you gonna do, Flynn? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That's the real part of it.
That would have been real.
See, that would have been Tony.
What are you gonna do?
That would have been
matter.
That would have been Tony Soprano.
Did it to
like
AJ.
He did. Yeah. When AJ thought he was gonna kill Uncle Junior, it's like, bro, you just, like, yeah. So
he stayed calling out AJ for shit,
bro.
Stay calling AJ.
How about the fact that I hate my son?
Something about somebody with his girl. Like, yeah, you was about to. Now look at you holding your dick in your hand. We back at that trash ass, nasty ass house. Jesse made the kid a sandwich with marshmallow spread. This is how they living. Yuck. Fucking disgusting. I think maybe when we get to our rating, part of the reason I'm not the biggest fan of this episode, it's just fucking nasty to look at. My skin literally crawls watching this shit. Jesse showed some of those.
Boy, some McDonald's, man. Like, what we doing, bro?
Jesse, he shows some of those, like, loving instincts, those parental instincts, where, he starts playing peekaboo with the kid. And then he hears voices approaching and realizes his parents coming. Puts the kid back in his room, walks around the corner, or waits around the corner with the strap for Spooge and his girl to come in, and then he holds him at gunpoint. What are we thinking about Jesse's time with the kid and him just showing that fatherly love that the kid probably has never had, and also Spooge and his girl finally come back so Jesse can make his big play.
I think, again, similar to the Beetle in the beginning. Like, I think Jesse, I think he feels like he sees, kids and things that are normally considered weird, counted out, overlooked. He gives these things a chance because that's where I feel like he identifies in his personality. He might feel that way with his parents. It's like, okay, so I'm different. So I wasn't a straight A student. So I did smoke some pot. So I did, I think he has grace in those areas. That's just a character trait of his. But yeah, like Spike said, man, go get him some Mickey D's, bro.
So
This was McDonald's. McDonald's was
saying-
cheap back then too.
yeah,
You get
they
your
had
burger for
a
$1
true
or something.
dollar menu.
Yeah, it was
you
cheap
could
back
feed
then.
that, you could feed that kid for a week for $3.
I in a bind
saying?
stopped at McDonald's and got a cheeseburger, 2 cheeseburgers. It was $6. 2 regular ass
Single
cheeseburgers.
cheeseburgers.
Regular ass just cheeseburgers. Because I didn't really want McDonald's, but I just needed something to eat. They like $2.98 a piece. With tax, it was like $5.96 or some shit for 2 cheap, just no fries, no nothing, bro.
Golly.
Just 2 little bitty ass McDonald's
Singles,
cheeseburgers.
bro. Singles is crazy.
So
Hey,
you saying
this man, you still eating single cheeseburgers, bro?
I was just rushing, just booming.
All
Yeah,
right.
so I just I need to put something on my stomach.
At least
before I
get
really
at least
go
get a double, bro. Like
my
what?
niggas,
One double.
My niggas, hold on, man. My nigga say he was booming.
Yeah, I just had to
Russian.
stop real quick so I get
I got you.
I love black people.
Yeah.
I had to hit my 1-2 real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
we need no translation.
Exactly.
Everybody
man.
knew what that meant.
Yeah.
Everybody knew what it meant. Hey man, hey,
Oh shit.
that shit happened in one of my group chats the other day when it started snowing. Somebody said it's different outside. I'm like, I love how black people use different.
It just
We all knew
describes
it- we all knew what it meant.
Yep.
We say
Yeah,
it's
I love
different.
it.
We know.
That's funny as hell. But
So-
yeah, to this scene, this it goes to the Beetle point. I agree with you, Mo, in the sense of it's trying to show or set Jesse as a moral compass of the show, because I don't think no one would have done this in this situation with him, with these dudes. Like with anybody else, that like it should have been bam bam. Like I would shoot one of them in the leg where the money at, shoot the other one, and we out of here. Like we don't have to have this long negotiation. I'm not looking through this trashy ass house for $2,000, bro. I'm not doing that. So
Yeah, that's what I was getting at earlier. For me, it's a simple. They're both getting shot, and that because all you're trying to do here is redcon. Your whole redcon of the situation is, what are you going to do about it? That's what Walt's saying. Like, if people feel like they can rob from you and take your stuff and there's no repercussions, everybody gonna run up on you. So all you need to do is, when somebody else see these popular crackheads, they need to know, hey, you'll get shot if you rob us. That's all it needs to be understood. The money's gone.
money,
Money's
you're not getting the money back. Work back, none of that's coming back.
It's over with.
Nigga said popular crackheads. That's crazy.
Unlike me.
That's the thing, though.
The way you was
crackheads
describing
is-
Jesse, yeah, I know it is. That's what's funny. The way Mo was describing Jesse and being able to relate, it sounded like Jesse was almost cool.
I definitely
almost cool.
definitely almost cool. I think I was a little further than him, but he,
The only thing I'll say real quick before we move on to the next scene, I'm with y'all 100% when it comes to they would have got shot. I know I've already took that money as an L. If y'all ain't got the product, then I'm just gonna shoot y'all. That was the whole point. Either y'all die or get my shit back, and y'all get a beat down. Either way, I'm cool with getting out of this nasty ass house. I kept thinking about Michael in The Wire. That scene with Naaman and Kennard. Like Naaman went to go get his money back. He asked Mike to come, and all of a sudden Mike just steal off on Kennard, whooping his ass like y'all was talking too goddamn much. That's all I kept thinking of. Like, what the
You
fuck
got
is
your shit, Gimp.
I love
What do
that.
you
I love
think?
that part too.
what do you? I just kept thinking to Jesse, like, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, how do you think this is gonna play out? Like, what do you think you're gonna walk out of this crib with? You see how they living, bruh. Go on the fuck on about your business, man. Shit crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walt and Walt Jr. in the car. Obviously, they just left school. Walt's asking Flynn if he knows who did it. Flynn said he has an idea. They come up with a good little father-son moment of what they can do. They can take him out to the desert, strip him naked, put some fire ants on him. Flynn mentioned some scorpions. Just one of those playful moments, making light of the situation. But when they get to the crib, Walt has that look on your face. It's like It's like when you know the teacher left a message for your mom, but your mom come home from work early and you see her car in the driveway. She ain't even supposed to be there. And it's like, I can't even delete that voicemail now. Like, it's fucked. I'm fucked. I know once I get to this, I know once I walk inside this crib, it's over. My life as I know it is over. He has that
Bruh,
look on his face. You even see him go around to look at the license plate. Like, damn, I know that. There's only one
bruh.
person I know that could be driving the Bentley.
Bruh, it'd be the day where your bus takes on other kids'
Your
route.
bus, the last bus.
Yeah, your
The
bus
last
takes on
bus to
the
get
extra
there.
routes today. Oh, come on, they bus broke down. We'll take them to their stops too. It's like, damn it, bro. I was about to get home and delete it. Like, yeah.
That's
You know,
how it
his
is,
stomach
man.
dropped to his feet
Boy.
when he seen that Bentley in the driveway.
It dropped.
Because you don't
They
know
did-
what's been said. You don't know how long they've been in there. You don't know if she keeping it G or she just like, I don't know what I'm walking into. That's the worst situation to me.
Absolutely, man. Andy been holding on his life for so long, he thought he was cool with it. So he walks inside, got to put on the fake face. So Gretchen and Skylar in there talking. And Gretchen, you can tell, if I was Walt, my first giveaway was the way Skylar greeted me. Like, she was cheery. I'm like, all right, Gretchen ain't say
I'm
shit.
good.
I at least know that we good there. Like, I know Gretchen might have some questions, but it's all good. She keeping it G at the moment. But she suddenly has to leave once Walt comes home. She can't stay for dinner anymore. She got to leave. And Walt, gives her a little awkward hug and then looks at Sky like, what am I thinking? Let me walk her out. Tells Gretchen, like, yo, I know you got questions. We need to talk. And she don't even say anything. He asked her not to say anything, but she don't even say shit. She pulled off on that nigga. What are we thinking? First time watching this scene, you see that Bentley in the driveway. You know Walt's been lying. Do y'all think Gretchen was going to hold it down? And what did you think about the way Gretchen actually did handle this situation and how Walt was trying to weasel himself out of another lie of his?
She don't have any grounds to be mad at me. Like, you leaving, trying to smash off silently and have this attitude like you don't got no, like, this my house. Like, I turned you down and I don't want my wife. Like, none of this ain't got nothing. You shouldn't even be over here if we keep it a bean. Because I've already told you I don't want y'all help. I don't need you to check up and follow. Like, so you doing too much already. So you don't, in my opinion, you really ain't got no grounds to be this mad at me. You can voice your opinion right here in my driveway and be like, what you shouldn't be doing this to your wife, whoop de woo. And I'll tell you, hey, I'm glad you held it down. Don't contact us no more. We got this from here. And it's the end of this. Ain't no dinners or lunches and shit or phone calls.
Yeah, it's again, like that's what I was saying. Like when he walked in, of course, he had a quick second to get his reaction together, which I like how the camera was panned a little further away so we could see that they hadn't quite seen him yet. They were looking at Flynn. But him having a second, like, he got a second to kind of gather and try to gauge the situation. But like again, like kind of the rubbing the head and like the indicator of her almost forgetting her purse, and I'm definitely surprised Skylar wasn't picking up on something. And also, they're just now at a point where like Skylar's just having to let it die down on the lie. Like
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I had that written down in my notes. I want to ask both of y'all. Does Skylar know that they have a history? Do y'all think that Skylar knows?
I don't think so. I think she knows the history with gray matter and like maybe all three of them being partners or something. But I do not think she knows like, oh, this, because if she know, I bet she wouldn't even approach them about, hey, can y'all pay for his? She wouldn't even approached and said that like, bro, Walt, I know how you feel, but like, bro, what even happened? So I guarantee she think it's just old college buddies, and it went sour. If he even shared that something went sour with gray matter, because to her, she don't even know why he's so. Yeah, she know he's a liar, but she don't even know why he's so egotistical. Like she wouldn't even know why I feel like she would even understand it more, like if she understood how it went down. So she has no idea.
You thinking the same way I did. I was like, there's no way she knows about the history. Like, even because I'm looking at the awkward hug, knowing Skylar what we know, she just can't let shit go. She can't. What I mean by that is, if she sees something, she's gonna at least make one comment or ask one question about it. Whether it's passive aggressive or not, she would have brought up, oh, I see, a little reminiscent with the hug and whatever, and asking. She might have even dug further into the awkward, oh, what am I thinking? Let me walk her out to her car. What are y'all talking about out there if y'all had a history? Skylar would have just been on that.
Yeah.
And once again, Walt is a pathological liar. We know that about him.
And,
it would make perfect sense for him. Not it's on brand for him.
Yeah, it
to
is.
never have said anything about them being together.
See, and that's the dope thing about this is we know, but she don't know. So our lens allows us to, because I'm watching like she's not picking this up. She kind of hug him a little. There's a little too, there's certain kind, and I know those type of hugs. And then the head rub was like, bruh, like you don't need to rub my head. It was like, there's all kind of real personal. Because then he like, oh, let me run out. You would think like if she knew, she'd be like, oh, what you got to go out there for? You already said bye.
They did kind of show her face as to where she was thinking something, but there was no concrete evidence that she knew. I credit to y'all's one though. I had never thought about this until just now when y'all said that. I was always just watching under the assumption that like Walter had shared that with her, but now that y'all are saying this and I'm looking at it like, why would he have shared it with? It's Walter fucking White. He's never told her she don't know, and she wouldn't have told him to help her if he had told her that they mess around with each other. So y'all absolutely, I agree with that.
And think about his ego. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I never thought about it until I would rewatch this episode. That was the first time I thought, like, you know what? Skylar don't know. Skylar has no idea.
Your wife not letting you do that, bro.
Yeah.
Like you got a millionaire ex, and you going to do something. Your wife not going like, you should reach out to your ex.
Think about how help us out. Right, that's what I'm saying.
That sound crazy.
And think about how embarrassing it would be to tell the story. He stole your company and your girl. There's no way he's going to tell her that when he's pursuing her. Like you look like a super loser. Like there's no way. Like, oh, it was something I was working on. We were working on together, and that was my girl, and we was roommates. And then, bro,
first
it's like not only
then I still your bitch.
Not only are you chump now, you've been chump your whole life.
Big chump.
Like you can't even tell that story. Like I get the sweet teacher. Oh, she probably could fall for the older man as a teacher and is really, really smart.
Yeah,
but still they look at him like a chump. Now, if you get his chump story, it's like, nigga, you're destined for chump.
Walk the type of nigga somebody walks in, what's up, chief? What's up, boss? What's up, boss?
Hey, buddy.
What's up, pal? Hey, pal.
What's up, big man? Yeah, big man. Yeah, he one of them. I saw a meme today that had me weak. Walt, it wasn't about Walt, but I'm gonna use Walt in this instant. Walt used to slap the floor on defense and still got scored on. He was one of them types.
Hey, start pulling the shorts up.
Yeah, man.
You about to get worked.
Clapping super hard and shit. Like, nigga, get out of here.
You about to get worked.
Nigga just gave you 37, bro.
Yeah. All right, Chief. Yeah, we'll once again we'll get more into Walt and Gretchen as we get into.
And you ain't finna smash off like it. In my, I know it. Like you're not just finna like just.
I have thoughts that I'm saving.
Me too. I'm about to get into
that I'm saving because I'm with Spike Lee on this one. What the fuck you mad about? Yeah, this ain't got shit to do with you. Like I shouldn't even. Matter of fact, Walt might have made the situation work by making it seem like he was in the wrong. Coming out like I know we need to talk. No, we don't.
We ain't got shit to talk about.
Yeah. They think you paying for some shit. Matter of fact, you in the best situation. You could just take some credit for some shit.
And nobody's saying that.
Black people.
Man, you good. You the hero.
You're a hero. You're courageous.
Shit, silly. But we back and Jesse's doing some of the wildest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my gosh.
Jesse is asking meth heads for his money and his dope back.
Telling the junkie to empty their pockets is the craziest
shit. He had to
shit.
Take it out of your...
asking him to take out the ass.
Yes, bro. This is how you know.
Serious, man. I promise you that.
See, Jesse's a hybrid because he's part junkie, part dealer, so this is not that off to him.
He called that nigga hybrid. He like one of the dinosaurs in the new Jurassic Park. They just mix some shit up.
Jesse's definitely hybrid.
Funny as fuck.
It's like because he's not uncomfortable at all here, bro. He's mad comfortable waiting for hours at this nasty ass house. He's not he's
Jesse's
hybrid.
crib was nasty too. We gotta remember that. Jesse's crib was nasty. It wasn't this level.
Yeah.
But it was a hybrid level. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there it is.
It's nasty, but you can still live in there a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, there's a section of the house that if he invited me over, I might be able to sit in for a few minutes before I leave.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine.
Hey, somebody's house be so nasty, bro. You kind of just stay in one spot, like the corner. You just kind of like, I'm good right here, bro. Like,
Arms crossed.
yeah, you just
You
looking
looking at the
around.
floor, make sure ain't nothing crawled up
Yeah,
on
you
you.
holding your stuff. Like, man, I'm gonna keep my jacket on. This I'm hot, but I'm gonna keep it on because
Yeah, they tell him that they're ambitious. They'll figure something out, and he has them enter the pockets, has them pull the crack out their cracks. Says there's only about an 8 ball left. Jesse says they'll never get high again if y'all don't square this away with me. I swear, if y'all never square this away, y'all never get high again. Y'all never see a bag again in your life, and that's what got them motivated. Spooge says he got money and interest, and he goes out back, pulls a barbershop. Them niggas stole the ATM. Stole the whole fucking ATM. And then you go back in the house. Jesse's the only one who cares for that kid. Scolds the mom, tells her she's a bad mother. Give him a decent meal, McDonald's maybe. Give him those 2 single cheeseburgers for $6. Bathe him, get him something good to watch on TV. Like Jesse on her ass. What do y'all think about this scene of Jesse just kind of trying to quarterback the situation of getting his money and drugs back, as well as teaching them how to be good parents?
She's sort of like Jesse, sort of like Gretchen right here, where he cared too much. He's doing too much, bro. Like why, like, bro? If I'm at the situation, and we keep, I hate to beat a dead horse, but if I'm at the situation where I'm in a junkie's house and I'm asking them to pull crack out of their asses, like it's over with. It's over with, bro. Take the hell. Like we're gonna solve this real quick. Boom. One shot to y'all, call the police. I'm gone. Y'all never seen me. They come to the hospital, take their kid to DCS, and this is over with. And y'all never come back around this way, or I'm gonna shoot the other one of y'all. That's it. That's all we doing.
Put it like this: if I was Walt and Jesse called me, say, man, I got a situation. I'm at this nasty ass house. I found the people, but they ain't got no crack. It's in their ass. They barely got what's left. They ain't got no money. The answer would have been, hey, shoot them and leave.
But they got this ATM.
Yeah, shoot them and
I'm not
leave. Like, I
breaking
don't
in no
give a fuck about the
ATM.
ATM. Yeah, shoot them and leave. Like, there's not even, like you said, you care too much, bro. Why you still there? Why you calling me, matter of fact?
Yeah.
Like, get out of there.
Jesse out here playing them away games.
Yeah. Well, I told
Great
you about
pool.
playing them away games.
And you can, even if you can tell, we didn't see any other houses, but houses like that, they're not gonna let that house just sit there in a good
In
neighborhood.
a good neighborhood. It's
Yeah,
more
so
houses
you know
like
everywhere. Yeah, exactly. So you know what area. As soon as I would have heard what part of town you in, I say, bro, it ain't that deep. Nigga, we gotta take this L. Next time this shit happens, or if you ever see them walking the street, like, you need to handle your business, but don't go out of your way for this shit. I get wanting to make sure your name gets protected, but you need to tighten up. And guess what? They meth heads. You're gonna see him again. You
Yeah.
serve to him once, you're gonna serve to him again.
Yeah, just arm your men. So they're not in that position. Like, arm your men. Like that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, y'all got a strap. If somebody try to pull up on you, take your stuff, you know how to deal with it. Like, this is just you just got to take this L on this. But I feel like he's trying to get this. He's trying to get a certain kind of respect from Walt because they're doing it Jesse's way. So I think you're right, but I think, remember, this is Jesse's way now. So now it's like, bro, this got to work. And I all the way through, because this is what I want to do at first. So Walt coming at me talking about, did you not count the money? Did you not get the percentage right? I got to do this right because we're doing this my way. So now I'm going through all of this unnecessary just to get my respect back from Walt and continue to do this for business. You know what I mean? So I get it. It doesn't make any sense in the sense of a person like us, but I get what's driving him to some extent.
Hey, man, if I'm Jesse and you Walt, you got to chalk that shit up, bro. Like, if you keep asking me about that little Meads last $2,000 and we still getting bread, like, it's gonna get to a point where me and you gonna have a conversation about you not asking me about that little 2,000 no more. Like, I'll pay you when I pay you. like medicine society, nigga. I give you your money when you get your money, nigga. Or just but I'm not, again, beating a dead horse. I'm not going out of my way for none of this. That's why this episode didn't work for me. Like, I'm not doing any of this. No reasonable person is doing any of this, bro.
The fix was what you said last week in last week's episode, Spike. Well, you never known about that because I'd have made sure your 16 was in the bag.
Yep.
I'd have taken the loss.
Yeah.
I'd have taken 14,000. I'm still up. I got the half that you gave me, plus this 14. I can live off of those 2,000 for a minute, and then I'll handle this other situation. The only reason Jesse's doing this because Walt's on his ass. Walt came up with the strap.
Yeah.
So this is how I want you to handle it. And we're not saying Walt's wrong. We all agree. Yeah, you can't be out here serving and be free lunch for niggas out here on the block.
Mm-hmm.
So they definitely gonna take advantage of you every single time. But I'm not about to let Walt tell me that. I'll take care of that on my own time. Here, you're 16, you don't even know nothing happened, and then we need to do what we need to do. But either way, we move on when we get to the scene that we've been alluding to this entire episode. Walt is meeting with Gretchen at lunch. Hey, as disgusting and nasty Walt is, I hate to say, man, I felt him in this scene.
Yeah, boy.
I felt him in this scene. So Walt's telling Gretchen that he regrets involving her in his lie, and he apologizes. And she accepts it, and she wants to know why. And Walt hit her with the answer I think all three of us would have told her, like, that don't concern you. Like, I apologize. Like, that don't concern you. I'll explain it to my family on my own terms, but I don't owe you an explanation. I owe you an apology. Matter of fact, I done apologized twice now. Like, nigga, go ahead and take your shit and get the fuck on somewhere. And Gretchen can't believe it. She can't wrap her mind around the fact that he won't explain what's going on. And she asks what happened to him. And this is when we see Walt kind of turn into Heisenberg. This is an example of when Spike would always say Walt was broken bad from the jump. You don't just turn this on from zero. This is in you. Like, Walt really went from crass to who the fuck are you? Like, you know what I mean? He went to Tony Soprano. Like, the way Tony would talk to niggas. Like, there's some consequences with your words. Like, speak carefully. Like, that's the way he was kind of looking at her. And you don't know me. Like, what do you mean what happened to me? You never knew me. And we get a little bit more background about them. He calls her out for cutting him out of the company, and now she's waving her checkbook around to kind of make herself feel better about it, which could be true. We also learned that Walt left Gretchen, which is shocking. Also, let me say something real quick. This might give some context to some things. I don't know if y'all know this, but I recently read this week. When the series started, originally, Walt was supposed to be 40. Then they changed it to 50 so the midlife crisis would feel more believable.
Mm-hmm. That was
and it made me think, but it made me think about the Skylar's age. And I'm like, ooh, I wonder if they never changed Skylar, but it was originally supposed to be a 2-year difference.
So
I might have thought about their dynamic a little bit differently.
Versus him being that's 50 a totally different dynamic.
Yeah, it's a totally different thing. Either way, that's not. I just want to throw that out there just for everybody who knows. But we learned that Walt left Gretchen in Newport. Obviously, it was a family vacation because her brother, her dad was with them, and she went to go check on him in the room. He was packing his bags, barely saying a word. We don't know what happened, but we know that Walt left her, which is shocking once again. And he says Walt thinks that's the reason me leaving you was the reason you swindled me out of gray matter. And she said she feels sorry for him, and he said, "Fuck you." We kind of touched around some of these topics, y'all. I want to get y'all thoughts. Was Walt in the right here for pretty much saying, listen, I don't owe you shit. Matter of fact, I don't even know why you bugging off this. I don't even know why we here right now. You know what I mean? Like, cause if these were two, I don't want to make this a gender thing because it's really about how close your friendship is. But if this was us, right? Two of us in this group had this situation, we would have just been like, "Oh shit, that's some wild shit, bro. Go ahead and do what you got to do." Like, if I'm in your lie about, "Oh yeah, Rich taking care of X, Y, and Z," all right, cool. Just give me a heads up on what I need to say if she ever call me. Mm-hmm. But I don't give a fuck enough to. Obviously, you're doing it for a reason, right? You're doing it for a reason. It's almost like they said when people lie about money. Like when people lie about why they need money, even if you know it's a lie, some people still give it out because they're like, you know what? If it's that deep to where you got to lie about it, then I know you really need it. Mm-hmm. Like so. Some shit as a friend, I'm just not questioning you. I'm not about to sit you down and like, Spike Lee, Mo, I need to talk to you, brother. What's going on in your life that you got to put me in your lies? Like, what the fuck do that sound like?
I think that's because we have collectively a healthy amount of respect for each other. And in this relationship, you see play out what we've been saying about Walt when nobody respects him. She won't just take him at his word. Like, as men, we know how this feels. When you tell somebody, "Hey, I got it. It's cool. I got it." And they consistently try to continue to press and be like, "Well, I can do this. And did you think about it?" "No, I got it. It's cool." "Oh, wait, well, I could do this. And I could," like, bitch, what did I say? I told you I got it. Like, why are you still talking to me? That's when you get mad. And now you the asshole because you flipped out on them after you told them you got it a couple of times. I get Walt right here, like what y'all was saying. Like, once I say I got it, like, you might can ask one more time, but 3 times you just literally asking me to cuss you out.
Yeah, we would have handled it like the best man holiday. Like, do you need some money? Like, you good, bro?
Need some money? Are you
Yeah.
good?
You say you good? I bet. Like, I'm gonna drop it.
Okay.
So you sure? Okay. All right. Cool. You know what I mean? You know you can call me if something changes.
And your real friends, like your real people that you like, people that you fuck with for real, you can tell. You don't even ask, you just do. Here you go. You ain't ask me for it. It ain't because I think nothing. Here you go. Just for the side, for whoever, whatever you need it for, just here. When you fuck with people like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it this is one of the things, and this irks me so much sometimes, and I can imagine it irks people. It irks y'all because y'all are a lot more. Y'all have more of a mystique than I do. But when somebody hits you with the like, what happened to you, or you're not yourself today. Like when you be at work and they be like, "Oh, you're not yourself today. You're not your usual this and that." It burns my soul. Like, you don't even know who I am. I'm not who I've been presenting to you today.
Yeah, that's what set.
You mean I don't feel like acting today?
I don't feel like laughing at your corny ass jokes today. Like, that's what it is. It's like, bruh, that burns my soul. What happened to you? And then him just talking to her like that. You know, Walt is in a phase where, like, I feel like he's always moved like he owed people things, and now he just moving like, bro, I don't owe y'all nothing, bro. Like, that's why he's doing what he's doing. Like, with, I feel like, the selling the drugs and, like, you know, probably lying more to Skylar and more. Like, I don't owe y'all nothing. Like, I ain't living like that no more. Like, you know, the car wash thing, I don't owe you. I got to go out there and I'm working the register now. I got to go. I don't owe y'all that. I don't owe the principal anything that's going on. When I came to the job, everything's good, and you're still giving me the goo eyes. Like, he at that point, I don't owe y'all nothing. And I felt Walt here. It's like, bro, I don't owe you nothing. Like, I apologize, and that's it. Hopefully she don't, you know, ruin it for me. But like, bro, like, you, and then inside information when he said that she already was rich. So that's an injury on assault. Like, I said, whoa. So she already was rich. Then you stole my scheme, and then you got with my man's. It's like, bro, like, really, I can't stand to look at your face for real.
Yeah, that's a feeling. That's well said, Mo, and that's a feeling that is underrated. When you finally reach a point in your life where you're like, you know, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, whatever, y'all win. Whatever the fuck you want to believe, say it.
Yep.
Fuck both of y'all. Like, it is what it is. There would have been a lot of SMDs thrown out by me. I told a lot of people that. A lot of SMDs would have been thrown out because how dare you?
Yeah, and I feel like
I would have been perturbed that I'm out here. Why am I here?
Yeah, and
take your ass back to Santa Fe.
And I feel like she's probably been flirting with him for years, bro. Like, I feel like the energy I got from the Gray Matter episode and this one, like, there's this, and I don't know if it's the way actress played it, but I just feel like there's just this luring thing where it's like Father, is it Father Phil from The Sopranos?
Yeah, Father Phil.
Yeah,
it's on some like Father Phil vibes of like when Carmela was trying to piece it together. Like, I don't know what it is between sex and food or something with you. I feel like she's like got the same thing with Walt. There's this weird thing of like, I want to like whisk you with my, you know, whatever, but you can't have me. There's something there, bro. I can't.
That's an interesting comparison, Father Phil and her, because as they're having this conversation and I'm looking at her, she seems genuinely authentic in the sense of like, bro, I have no idea what the fuck you talking about. With Father Phil, I feel he knew. We know what you want.
Yeah,
like, we know what you're here for.
Yeah.
But with Gretchen, I was really interested to see, and that's shout out Another Week in the Books, like asking another question. I really wanted to understand why she didn't feel the way that Walt felt. And they did a good job of teasing it out because she's like she got tears in her eyes. And we as men do this sometimes. We will perceive things in a way where it was never even intended that way. But since we didn't ask and just were left in our thoughts to it, we thought the worst. And that looked like what was playing out here. And Walt was already vindictive because of what he thought before. He never asked her, okay, what really did happen there?
Yeah.
That leads into what I was just about to say. The most telling thing about this is they've never had a conversation. Neither one of them fully know what happened between them.
He just dipped. And that's what we would do that as men, though. As a man, when you felt like that, when you felt like, oh, buddy, moving in, he like got my, like, they kind of stealing my swag. If you not hitting her up, that's TV shit. Like, we need to talk.
Yeah.
You out. Like, nigga, fuck y'all. Fuck both of y'all. Nigga, I'm Walter White. I can go do the shit on my own. So,
hey, would y'all be interested in a Gray Matter prequel movie?
Movie?
Yeah. Because no series.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I about to say movie was the key word because I can
Yeah.
get in and out.
Yep.
2 hours, get a little story. Cool. If Vince Gilligan's involved, I can. Well, never mind. We'll talk about it later. But
Okay.
yeah, I will probably watch it. I watch all spinoffs. If I watch the show, I'm gonna watch the spinoff. So,
Okay.
um,
I
I
would.
wouldn't have any
You watching the
expectations
Game of
going
Thrones
into it.
spinoff?
I ain't watching that yet. I ain't started that yet.
I ain't even
But I
start.
will watch it.
I gotta
I
watch
heard
the other.
it's a slow burn.
I ain't. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, something.
Jesse back at the trap house. Little man comes out to play some peekaboo. Jesse gets caught lacking. He gets knocked in the head by an old girl. Once again, man, I'm sorry. I'm not getting caught lacking with dope fiends, bruh. I'm just not. Say what you want to about me, like just none of
It
that's
ain't peekaboo
happening.
time, little man. It ain't peekaboo time, little man. Go back to your room.
I'm too observant and aware for shit like that. Like I know that I got 2 niggas at gunpoint. I'm not turning my back on y'all. That's just shit, that shit weird, man. They got Jesse down and he's at their mercy. What do y'all think about this scene?
I hated this. I hated this. I hated this. I hated that the little boy came out here and Jesse was open to doing peekaboo. But to both of y'all's point in the beginning, to go back to the Beetle thing, Jesse's in the wrong world. Like Jesse was the one caring for the Beetle. And then Badger shows like, nah, nigga, it's a beetle on the ground. You squash it. Like, you don't play a fucking around with it. Nigga, it's a bug. Why are you playing with the bug? And Jesse has that same mentality in this house as to where you playing around with this bug. Now you don't let the bug fucking come and sting you. So,
you know what's funny is you say that? We look at Jesse's upbringing. Jesse was brought up in the world he was supposed to be living in.
exactly. His parents are like he is.
Yeah.
He decided to come into this world, but he's not equipped for it.
See, and that's
like he had everything that he needed. Maybe, I ain't saying he had the best parents in the world, but just from having a 2-parent household where it seemed like they were wealthy enough to raise him correctly in nice neighborhoods, he just decided to be the black sheep. But you're still not equipped for the world because you don't have this in you other than just being outside choosingly versus having to be.
100%.
And that's the flip on it because Walter, obviously we'd imagine he grew up a certain way and he's cracking into a world that
it's the same with him though. Like both him and Jesse, and this is why they're having such a hard time. They're choosing to be in this world. Both of y'all could have did something else.
I guess, and that's what makes the challenge of it. Like, I mean, I guess
that's what make it good though.
It make it good, but makes you wonder what's Jesse's bottom line. Walt's bottom line is respect, his ego, his
family.
Acknowledgement. Like it ain't really like we know, like we get into the family, all of the fake, but it's really it comes down to his ego. Of course, like I always say the line, like because I was good at it. Like it comes down to ego, respect, like acknowledgement to know I set out to do something. I was the biggest kingpin. Like it may not be gray matter, but in the streets, you know what I'm saying? It's gray matter. So, I guess that's something to keep an eye on with Jesse. What's his bottom line for real? Because I mean, again, we get the money part, but it's deeper than that, and I don't know what his bottom line is right now.
Very good point. Very good point. We'll figure that out as the series goes along because, yeah, Jesse ain't built for this. Walt comes home. He's in the refrigerator. Skylar, as I mentioned earlier, very passive aggressive person. She passive aggressively asks Walt where he's been and says, "Oh, I guess we're past that point because I know I'm not going to get a straight answer." Pretty much what she's alluding to. She said Gretchen called about an hour ago. They need to talk. Gretchen is cutting off the money. Skylar says Gretchen was short with her explanation. She sounded apologetic, but she ended the call. And then when Skylar tried to call back, she didn't answer. And Skylar asked Walt, "Do you know anything about this?" Because when Gretchen came over this afternoon, me and her had a great conversation. Very pleasant. She met Walt Jr., but as soon as you came in, things got awkward. She had to leave, and then you had to talk to her in the driveway. Like, what happened? And can't lie, y'all. Walt was thinking on his feet, and this is some of the nastiest, yet brilliant explanation that he could have probably thought of. He tells her, gives her the housewife tea, as they call it, and says, "Yeah, man, they were trying to use all these different terms to throw it around, but I think what they're trying to say is they broke, they poor, they ain't got no money, And Skylar's really into it. She thinks that's believable. She thinks, oh shit, that's crazy because that's a decent explanation. I want to ask you real quick, Spike. Were you shocked that Skylar didn't question it, knowing it's Walt and knowing that Walt lies?
I don't think she openly questioned it. I think in the
Mm,
back of her mind, she thinking like, man, this nigga might be full of shit. Because
mm.
of all the things that she said, he was just over here. She was cool. Now she being short with me. I don't know what happened, but it's a good lie. Like you said, like
It
that's
is
the
good.
lie. I probably like, man, they broke, man. I talked to her after we left here, and they broke, nigga. They ain't got, you know what I'm saying? Like that's one you can sell. Cause how do you prove that? Unless she's some super detective and can go online and figure that shit out. She can't. You can't outright ask somebody, man, y'all broke. Like you can't do
Exactly. That's a
that.
great point.
So that's why it's such a great lie. But I do think it didn't show here, maybe through facial expressions or just because we know who Skylar is, that definitely was in the back of her mind. It's like this nigga lying. And it's gonna be a scene, I feel like, where it comes out that she figured out that he was lying. Not in this episode, but just later on.
Mm.
Yeah, I got you. Mo.
Uh, it's interesting. Like you're taking a big gamble on telling a lie that's so far fetched that it's yet believable. You know what I mean? Like that's what I gather. I'm like, because sometimes a lie can be so wild that it somehow feels like the truth. You know what I mean? Like this is one of those things where it's like it's such a wild thing that it suffices for what she needed to believe. And I think this is one of those things where the writers were showing us like when Walt has intentional lies that sound right, she don't believe it. He has a full far-fetched lie and she goes with it. Like he told her an episode or two ago, oh, that other ringing, I was thinking about that, what you were thinking that you thought you heard, and that was my alarm. You know what I mean? Like, and it made sense. It tracks, and even the episode before when they went to bed and everything, none of that worked. But in this moment, that far-fetched lie, for some reason, it lines up. So it worked. I thought it worked. And then like the whole thing, she driving a Bentley and this and that, like, yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it.
Shit, wow. And Walt just put the extra sauce on it because Skylar talking about some, I don't know why she couldn't tell me. Walt like, yeah, they're prideful people. I guess
Who
they got
gonna
to
tell
keep
you
up.
they broke
I
though?
guess they got to keep up appearances.
Right.
Yeah, nobody's gonna. I don't know you like that. I don't know, man. It's just a weird thing. But this was brilliant work by Walt. But watching it I laughed out loud. I'm like, this nigga's sick.
Sick Negro. That's a sick Negro.
It's sick the way he played this out, but it was perfect.
The faces and everything, doing the whole like.
Walt is a nasty man, dude. He is nasty.
Hey, I'm sorry. He's like the typical corporate white man. Like I feel like, bro, it's just he's like just getting it off so smoothly. And this
like
is how it goes, bro.
Lying to you. You like, bro, man,
you got me.
You got me.
you got me.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah, this motherfucker something else. We get to our last scene of the episode where Spooge and Skank, as I call her name is obviously. She's working they're working on the ATM, and Jesse comes too. He's still on the ground, but he tries to come to a little bit. She doesn't take kindly to being called a skank by Spooge, and she wants an apology. He quadruple down on her. Calls her all types of skanks and hoes and stupids and whatever the case is. And she treats him like Stinky Pete treated the Beetle and smashed his head with the ATM.
That nigga called her a skank ass skank.
Skank ass skank. That shit, wow, man.
You skank ass skank. God,
you don't even. Hey, there's conviction when you don't even have like the combination. You don't even have a combination of words to put together. You just.
He didn't give a fuck about her. He wasn't like, man, bitch, shut up.
Yeah, he was talking about her. And we see
skank is hilarious.
And the way she pushed that ATM, it was almost, I mentioned Stinky Pete, it was so nonchalant.
Like they squashed the bug.
Yeah, it was no nonchalant. She just kind of tipped it over with ease, smashed his head, and then she just went back on the couch like nothing happened.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Don't call me no skank. And Jesse is the one like, no, don't. and he ends up wiping his prints off, and the ATM opens up with sky high stacks. In real life, just for all y'all out there, all you geniuses out there who might want to steal an ATM, they have detection in there to know if you're trying to break into it. There will be dye that's on the
Yeah, they
prints.
gonna just open up and spit out
Yeah,
money
you
like
ain't just
that.
gonna open up and speak. There's gonna be dye. It won't be usable money. It's a waste of time. Save yourself the trouble and the hassle.
Yeah.
Either way, he wipes everything down, calls 911, is about to leave, and then thinks about the kid, grabs the boy, puts him outside, and pretty much wishes him a good life. You can also see they intentionally shot that scene where, as he's sitting on the porch, there's like a beam of light showing because it's a symbolism thing, like trying to show there's some light left for this kid's life after coming from such a dingy and dirty background. What do we think about this final scene where Spooge gets killed? Jesse gets some extra money that was unexpected, and then he also sets the kid free while he hears the sirens in the background and dip out.
This was cheap. This was honky. This was some of the worst writing in this whole universe, including the new show Pluber's, Better Call Saul, any other Breaking Bad episode. This was so cheap. The payoff was terrible with the ATM spitting the money out, trying to make it worth it. With the boy, like all of this was so bad. It's almost like this last, maybe not all of this episode, but especially this last 3-4 minutes, it felt like it was something. It wasn't even Breaking Bad. This was so bad.
Mm. Mm. I'm not mad.
Oh man, wow. This is shaping up to me to be like the Phantom versus the 300 Chrysler, bro. In comparison to the Sopranos. And I get we're gonna get into Ain't No Misses. I get it. We're gonna get there. I get it. But the way I'm feeling, I'm like, bruh, you niggas can't, nigga, who you talking to?
It's funny when you say. So I hate to cut you off, Mo, but that's funny that you say that. I had the same thought when this episode went off. I was like, maybe we picked the wrong show to do next. Because this ain't this like what this is that was a great comparison. This was a Phantom compared to a 300.
Yeah.
Because you looking at this and you like, bro, come y'all gonna do me like this?
Mm-hmm.
Like this?
Mm-hmm.
Like this was disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, so it's you know, Sopranos has those mundane things, but it works really well because the lead character, because the show, again, one thing Breaking Bad doesn't have, and I always say this is why I always easily put Sopranos up there over everybody, is because like they tap into a lot of the same spots, but there's one spot Breaking Bad doesn't tap into, and it's sense of humor and funny.
Well, they have it, but it ain't.
They try. Yeah, they try, but like it's like just Tony just breathing and just looking at somebody, like just, you know, eating food and just, you know, nodding his head and like not saying, like he's just funny when it ain't, you know what I mean? So it's like with this show, it's like it's gotta, once it gets into it, it's like it's gotta get to it. It's gotta get to it because it's getting pretty rough. I would say.
What I will say, just for, I'm not saying y'all are wrong. I kind of agree with you in some sense. I'm still on board, obviously, with the show.
Yeah.
So once we meet the characters we haven't met yet, it's gonna pick up. But the real mistake was starting with Sopranos.
Yeah,
that's the real mistake.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, it's not too much to you. It's hard to meet that same.
You're right.
Even with The Wire, like I love The Wire. Y'all know this is my favorite show, and I can't wait to talk about it. But Sopranos is still different. It's probably the best show to actually break down and talk about.
It's more meat on the bone. It's more meat on the bone, 100%. But I do think The Wire has just as much, especially with us covering it.
Huh.
Yeah.
But it did make me. I swear to God, Mo, I said the same thing. I'm like, maybe we should have did something else. Because this episode just felt so like cheap and like what are we doing here? And I also had a bad taste in my mouth from the Pluberous that I just watched from Vince Gilligan, which was also not as good as the rest of the stuff that he's did. But it just seems so lazy. And then you start looking at it, and I sent this to a group chat that I like Breaking Bad might be the only great show that every time you watch it, it gets a little bit worse. Like every time you watch, because I didn't even really notice this episode was this
Sheesh, what
bad
a
on my first
statement.
couple of rewatches. But then I'm watching this, and I'm like, what are we doing here? This not like nothing. Like this is a literal nothing burger.
Now, is it a thing that it just works better viewing?
What you mean?
Like, is it just, you like you talked about, like not really liking to do movie podcasts because of like watching it with a different lens?
Oh, and not having to take. Yeah, that may be it
Like,
too.
is it,
But no, I remember in rewatching this, just saying I'm going to rewatch Breaking Bad, and like just watching certain episodes, I'm like, I don't know if it's top 5. Like they got too many like stat lines with 0 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 fouls. Like
Yeah,
they got some episodes
38
like
minutes.
38
Yeah,
minutes played, and you're like, wait, what's going on, bro? What we doing? The usage rates is for a couple of episodes like that. So I think this is, I still regard it as one of the best series ever, but each time I rewatch it, I find more holes in it. Versus when you rewatch The Sopranos or you rewatch The Wire, or even when you rewatch Better Call Saul, like it adds, it's like reading a book again. You're like, damn, I didn't notice that way when I first seen it. But this one is the only one. Like you have to get to that certain part of this where you get that feeling. You don't get like with The Sopranos and The Wire. You get that feeling, bad episode, a good episode from the beginning to the end, whether you like it or not. Breaking Bad, like you don't really, we still ain't really got that feeling yet. And we 2 episodes in, 2 seasons in, damn near almost through the second season. We know that feeling is coming, but we haven't gotten there yet. When I watch The Wire, it's episode 1. At the end of the first scene, you're like, I'm back.
Well,
I'm back in it. And same thing with The Sopranos or Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well, see, what they did is it's okay because when you look at it, we're at episode 6, and there was 7 episodes last season. So we can compile at this very point. We can say, okay, this in comparison to season 1 Sopranos, it's about the same amount of episodes. The issue is it's the teetering of the momentum.
You said that last week. I agree with that.
I keep saying it, but like that's the issue, and I get it. It's like you're trying to like you've created a show that doesn't go with traditional TV methods and tropes and concepts, but it's the teetering. Like, bro, you spoiled us with the Crazy 8 thing. You know what I mean? Getting rid of the body and then having to choke him out and finding that plate, that missing piece. You're like, oh shit. Walt got to, you know what I mean? Now he got to do it, but then you teeter back down to this mundane part. And then we get to Tuco stuff. Now it makes you think, damn, how much better would this season have been if the actor stayed on as Tuco? Because now that when Tuco died, it really slumped this part of the season. It's similar to Feeks LaManna, I feel like, in Sopranos season 5. Feeks LaManna, the actor he couldn't remember his lines, so they had to write them out. But it always makes you wonder, and I've talked about it on Good Earners, like how much I don't like it as much. It's like it makes you wonder, like he was going to be a good nemesis to Tony, but because of these outside forces, it changes the momentum of where it's going. I feel like it's the same thing here with the Tuco thing. Now I'm realizing like how much weight and excitement Tuco really brought to this season, and dropping them, you're really starting to see like, okay, the scramble, the rebuild, so yeah, but I know when we get there, I'm hoping that I can recant this later. I'm hoping.
Yeah, same.
We'll figure it out. And that's pretty much the episode. Way to end it on a high note, fellas. Got everybody really excited to keep going.
Right.
I did.
That's the episode. Next week is the official midway point of season 2, and then we'll continue to break these down. But before we get out of here, I do have a special question for you once we get to our actual episode ranking, because I found some information that I thought was very interesting. But before we do that, let's start with favorite conversation. What was your favorite conversation in this episode?
It was definitely
trips on this.
Yes, Gretchen and Walter.
Gretchen and Walt, 100%.
Yeah, Gretchen and Walt.
Yeah, find out new information. Real feelings get exposed. The Walt plays it perfectly, even though we know he's disgusting. We kind of agree with him. I think that's the best combo. It makes you it's the only scene in the episode that lets you wanting more.
Yeah, I wanted so much more
detail and stuff like that. Absolutely. So that's my favorite conversation. What about best scene? What's the best scene in the episode?
Same thing for me with the conversation
Yeah,
with Gretchen and Walt.
same
Where they
thing.
right there,
I
they
mean,
having dinner, and you know what I'm saying that
that's
conversation
exactly.
breaks out, and Walt feel a certain type of way, Gretchen feel a certain type of way. You really want to know why she feel like that and why he feel like that. So and us having the hindsight of knowing that they get into it later, it's a really good like holding point to understand what happens later.
Yep. Again, best thing. I mean, close to it would probably be when Walt pulled up to the crib, but I go with that. It had me the most excited. Like I was like, oh, what's this?
If I'm going to be just a little bit different and had to pick like a contender, I might say the cold open. Just the symbolism of showing who Jesse is. It really set up what. And there's foreshadowing with him stomping the bug, no different than Spooge getting his head smashed in. The symbolism, the foreshadowing is not the best, but I do think it is the Walt and Gretchen scene. Not only the best conversation, but also the best scene. Who took the half measure this episode?
Might be trips again, Jesse.
Everybody, yes, Jesse mainly, but yeah,
Um, can I say the viewers? Um,
yes,
For real.
we did. Everybody. That's what
The
I mean when I say
writers. How about
everybody. We
the
did.
writers?
The show took a half measure.
The show
with this
took a half
episode.
measure. Above all that, like this is
this was a half measure.
absolutely
episode.
terrible. Like,
it's not a good one. But once again, I got another conversation before we get out of here.
I got
who took the full measure? Who's the MVP of the episode?
Walt going to have the lunch with Gretchen, standing on his two and being like, "This ain't got nothing to do with you." At the end of the lunch, being like, "Fuck you," and then having the lie ready for Skylar and being like, "Look, they broke, man. They can't help us no way. It's on us to figure it out."
yeah.
He's the one that figured it out. Full measure.
Yeah, it's definitely Walt. Like yeah,
It's Walt. Walt is took the. I mean, somebody could say Jesse, but Jesse getting knocked out by meth heads. Like you can't. And even your plan just sucked. Like, what do you think about
Being in that house for more than 20 minutes, you get automatically
that's
disqualified.
20 minutes is great.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Sitting down in the couch, hugging this little dirty boy,
fixing a sandwich.
Yeah, going in their fridge.
Like no.
Can I
marshmallow bread sandwich. What's up?
That's crazy. I wanted to add something as a segment. I didn't give it to you before, but I want to add something real brief. Who had who had the more interesting storyline? I'm probably try to do this every episode, Walt or Jesse, because this whole show is like that. So
Walt.
Okay, I'm with y'all. Walt.
I don't give a fuck about Jesse. And
Jesse shit was useless.
This made it feel like that's what made it feel cheap.
Yeah,
they stretched out this whole thing of Jesse problem solving,
and Walt stuff was so good.
Yep,
you kept going back to this. Like we have this thing over here that we looking at, and you keep trying to get us to look over here at this shit that we don't care about.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't a good balance in this episode.
Well, it's funny you say that, because before we get to our episode ranking, you say you didn't care about it, but I want to share a couple of things with you. All right, share a couple of things with y'all brothers. When it comes to critical reception for this episode, for one, Aaron Paul, who plays Jesse Pinkman, was nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series for this episode. Donna Bowman of the AV Club gave this episode an A-, saying the episode reversed the roles of Jesse and Walter. I know that Spike Lee is going to know this publication. The Ringer ranked all 62 episodes of Breaking Bad. Peekaboo was number 26 on the list. TV Guide in 2009 said Peekaboo was on his list of 100 greatest television episodes of all time. And Vulture ranked it the 13th best episode in the 62 episode series. You also have IMDb, which rates the episode at 8.9 out of 10, which is a very high rating. Fellas, what are we missing? What's the disconnect as to why we don't think this episode is good and why people can revere this as one of the best in the series?
Color.
One of the top third. What do you think? What do you think it is?
I was just you said it in one word, and I was to be very long-winded.
Here's what I'm about to say. Go ahead, Spike, because I'm about to go on a rant here. So go ahead.
Okay, so that crack house and that part of it is fascinating to people who gave it a high rating. They don't see shit like that. Now, I'm not saying any of us are in situations like that on a daily basis, but we're familiar with it. We know how that look. Mm-hmm. Like you done been there. Like we all explained it. We were watching this. Like when unfortunately, like I done been in a house like that. It may not have been in the same circumstances, but you didn't be like, you get that. And it's more of us like, wow, we here, and they're looking at it like, I've never seen that. Like the people that are writing for the Ringer or IMBD, it's like my whole life I only thought this was a fantasy, and they're taking us into right in the heart of the lion of this, and we get to see how they're living, and this little child is being neglected, and they're looking at it that way. Well, we're looking at it like, where is the story in this? We don't care about any of this. We know, yes, junkies are out there, kids are not being taken care of. We've seen this happen, and they're more fascinated by it than we are.
Shout out to Monica Goldberg. We did an episode on Good Earners. If y'all want to check that out, it came out Monday or the week before by the time y'all hearing this.
Shout out to y'all.
I asked her, what made you go with our pod? Like, you rewatch The Sopranos. Obviously, she's a white woman. And she was just like, you guys' style and just your depth and your insight for things and how you present it, it was just light years ahead of everybody. It's so much better than everything else I was listening to. Some people try to be overly deep or focus on, did you see how I was shot here? And did you see how I was doing this? And she had spoke to like just kind of our brilliance of what we do. And even obviously other people.
This guy, overly deep.
The
box in the box in the box.
That's good.
Because you got your degree.
And you know every fucking thing.
But I said that to say, I think that, yeah, like I said, they're looking at like, oh, we can relate to Jesse. We're everyday stoner people or everyday people getting into the drug game. This feels so realistic. But, bro, you know how many Power episodes are better than this, bro? Probably ain't on none of y'all, none of them lists. I'm just talking about OG Power. And I'm using it to this episode, not all the other Breaking Bad, because I know they really cook where you can't compare it. But just Power, the first book. You know how many episodes are better than this? Like, what makes this top 10, top 20? Y'all out of your minds, bro. What are you talking about? Like, we really do this TV shit. Like, what are y'all talking about, bro?
It's one of those things. When I saw it, I was like, hold on, what did I miss? I'm usually not this far off. Like, y'all thought this was top. Y'all ranked this as a top 100 episode ever of all television shows ever made. Like, what the fuck? Like, what did I miss? It's not even the best episode in the first. It's not even the top 5 of these first 12 episodes.
Facts.
13, excuse me, episodes that we covered.
13.
This might be the worst episode we've.
This might be the worst episode we've watched.
Yeah, I don't get it. I wanted to share.
It's exposure. They felt like that they were in a different place, which is why The Wire gets so much. Whenever I hear people like that aren't of our culture talk about The Wire, one of the first things they always say is so realistic. Feels like you're watching a documentary. It feels so real. Like those characters, I feel like they really exist. That's what this episode was, but we didn't need it. Like, we are under the impression that if you dealing meth in New Mexico, yeah, like, nigga, this part of it. I don't need a 30-minute like diatribe into it when how Jesse gets in and out of a situation in it. I'm assuming that this shit right here exists. I don't need you to show me. So,
bro, the bag is in the river, and I'm sure that's probably ranked higher. That was so much better than this.
Yeah,
him and Crazy 8, they're drinking a beer and trying to find a reason not to have to kill a man that you've never killed in your life. Yeah. That is intriguing, interesting TV, to see a man knowing that his soul has to change after this, because if I don't, he will kill me. And I'm just a science teacher. I have a family and a pregnant wife. Like, that is intriguing TV. Seeing Jesse for 30, 45 minutes in a dirty ass house, trying to figure out how to get his money and crack back. It's not compelling, bro. And then Walter just dealing with the regular affairs of going back to school and trying to rebuild his wife and trying to get things clear with an ex fling of his or whatever. This is not that intriguing of television. We didn't miss it. We didn't miss the shots. We didn't miss the angles or the color schemes. It's y'all gassing it. And that's just what it is. Y'all paid somebody, gonna say y'all paid these people to put it on the map and just like J. Cole said, man, y'all paying the bots. Like, that's just what it is. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Just for reference, while you said that, trust me, we can wrap up our episode. The Ringer did rate Cats in the River and the Bags in the River as 10th.
Okay.
Out of
Yeah, fair.
62. And Vulture still had Peekaboo higher. Vulture had Peekaboo at 13, and they had Cats in the River or Bags in the River at 22. So once again, it's all about perspective. But y'all heard our perspective. This is why we make
It's
the rankings.
13
This is not
episodes
a
in season 3 and 4 that are better than this.
yeah. Like it's not 100%. That's a fact. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the moral compass turn. I don't know, but I just didn't get it out of there. I'll go ahead and kick off the ranking. This is a mid pack all day. I'm assuming both of y'all brothers agree.
Mid pack.
This is as Alonzo said, this is garbage.
It's actually chili powder. This chili powder. This
Definitely.
the shit that he was putting the chili powder in.
Yeah, it's just
Like, what are you doing, bro?
This is I didn't know you like to get wet though.
Yeah, this shit terrible. All right. That is our ranking for the episode. If you disagree with us, we would love to hear from you. We would love to hear maybe what we missed or what angle we aren't thinking of as to why this episode is better than what we perceive it to be. It just was a dud. I felt it watching it, read reviews of how people thought about it, watched it again with fresh eyes to think like, maybe I missed something. Still was trash. So it is what it is. I don't talk bad about a lot of Breaking Bad episodes. Y'all know I always say even a bad episode is better than 90% of television. Not this one.
Not this one.
Not this
I
one.
struggled to watch this twice. Like the first watch, I was like,
didn't.
wait.
I didn't.
The first
I
watch,
didn't have to-
I fast forward. I started fast forwarding, Mo. Like the first watch, I watched it. I looked at it, took my notes, and I was like, at the end, I was like, I missed something. Like it couldn't have been this bad. And then when I was watching it the second time later on in the week, I was like, bro, yeah, this is fucking insane. How could this be this bad? So
Yeah. Hopefully we pick up next week. With that being said, please remember to hit us up on Instagram, NMHM _ Breaking Bad Pod. Leave us a DM, comment on our post, whatever the case may be. Also, email us at no more half measures pod at gmail.com. Look forward to hearing from y'all. We'll be back next week with episode 7. Until then, we out.
peace.